Hello people of YouTube, it's Deepak here, and welcome to the DCS news for the 18th of November 2023. I hope you all enjoyed that, my most recent Viggen video, all about using the rockets in the AGS-37 Viggen. A good bit of fun, and a great way to destroy targets, whether they be soft-skinned or lightly armoured, if you're using the anti-armor or armor-piercing versions of the rockets. So, yeah, hope you all enjoyed that one. Welcome to the stream, Orleans Junkie, Storm Kimbari, Tiger Moto, Light Sphere, Tea Kettle Barbecue, Dancer. Welcome everybody to the stream. It's very nice to have you aboard as always. If you haven't already, I'm going to do this right at the beginning. Subscribe, like, and comment. It's a really big help to me and to the channel, and we're just slowly pushing up towards that 10k subscribers number, which is very exciting indeed. So thank you very much everyone who's already done so, and it doesn't cost you anything, so just go ahead and do that. Why not, eh? Do me a solid. Welcome to the stream, Only Napalm, Pink Floyd, Eagle Wings, Griff Nizzle. You forgot the cigarettes. Indeed. Coffee and DCS. Aha, I see. Very nice. So, yes, we have, as always, an Eagle Dynamics newsletter. So I'll dive into that in just a moment. And I'm not 100% sure what I'll do for next week's video, but I'll probably move on to unguided bombs. Those are generally a bit fun, and the Viggen is quite capable of dropping those, both in the kind of plan mode and the dive bombing mode. So that will be the next thing we do. Alrighty, so straight into the Eagle Dynamics newsletter for this week. This one came out yesterday. Dear fighter pilots, partners, and friends, welcome to the DCS Autumn Sale. We're pleased to provide you with more discounts across more aircraft, terrains, tech packs, and campaigns than ever before. You can save up to 50% off of our most popular modules until the 3rd of December 2023 at 23:59. GMT, that is. A realistic visual spotting of targets is vital to great gameplay experience. We've been improving the ability to spot targets at realistic ranges in both 2D and VR, regardless of screen resolution. Please read the details below. We kindly await your feedback. And it's that time of year again. The SATAC 2023 is back. Please join the 51st PVO Regiment and sign up your squadron for exhilarating air-to-air combat in a highly realistic and immersive environment. Thank you for your passion and support. Lionel, hello, welcome. Oh, greetings from France, fantastic. Fighter Jets HQ, welcome to the stream. And Fault Raver, welcome to the stream. Yeah, there. Pink Floyd, can we raise a glass to the memory of Don Byrne, well known and liked on the DCS Nile 2 forums, died of cancer last week. Solid guy, always friendly and helpful. He'll be missed. Oh dear. Sorry to hear that. My condolences, and absolutely, yes. I've only got water right now, but I shall raise my water in his memory. Tiger Moto, strange. Heat Blur have just launched an F-14 video? Have they? Have they now? Are you sure? That's exciting. Yes, they have. On Mighty Wings, trailer number 1. HBIFE F. Oh, right, okay. So yeah, this is the F-14 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. As such, that's not entirely interesting for us, but that's very, very cool nonetheless. I hope it makes them some money. Heat Blur are a great developer. Yes, welcome to stream, Mr. Yeti. So yeah, Autumn Sale, Golden Savings. The DCS Autumn Sale 2023 has kicked off with big savings across our shop. Please take this opportunity to land yourself a fantastic deal. Most DCS aircraft, terrains, tech packs, and campaigns are on sale with up to 50% discount. Shop. So yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff. Modules with 50% discount. Actually, a lot of fixed wing stuff going on here. Let me see. Viggen is there, so you could get Viggen at half price. We've got 3 helicopters, we've got a bunch of terrains, we've got tech packs, and there are some campaigns with 50% off as well. More modern modules may only have 40 or 30 or 25% off. And, okay, this is interesting. The F4E Phantom 2, the pre-order claims to have a 25% discount. Let's take a quick look at this. Okay, that's very interesting. Worth a look then, worth a look. And yeah, I'm not going to read out all of these, but a bunch of different ones. Dancer, what percentage of the year is DCS sale time? More or less than 50%? I think more. I've said this a few times on the stream. There is basically always a DCS sale. I think if you're ever thinking about buying anything for DCS, you'd be, well advised to wait until the next sale, because there is always another sale coming. And speaking of which, we, as always, got a fantastic little trailer video for the sale. So take a look at this. I noted there are some aircraft included in this that we haven't seen in a Eagle Dynamics video for a while. I'll point them out as I see them. 10, that's always a good one. MiG-29 is a staple as well. We're seeing the Strike Eagle. Viggen, we haven't seen the Viggen recently in one of ED's videos, so that's nice. Harrier taking off from Invincible, that's really cool to see. There was the interior view with the pilot holding the towel rail, that's nice to see. MB339, we haven't seen that so many times in these videos. Apache, of course. KA-50, Jeffrey. MiG-21, been a while I feel since we've seen the MiG-21 in an ED video. So very cool to see. And yeah, MB339 again. Yeah, well worth a look. Check this out on the, which channel was it? Eagle Dynamics channel. Check it out there. It's well worth a look. Really cool video. Tiger Moto, I'm skint, but so tempted to buy that Phantom. But I don't think I'll ever really fly it. I'm too much of a fly-by-wire pleb. It's funny when, if you get accustomed to flying the fly-by-wire aircraft, mainly the F-16 and F-18, if you then jump into something like an F-14 or a Harrier or anything like that, and you do that instinctive, full back pull on the stick, very, very strange things happen. It's entirely possible to rip the wings off of non-fly-by-wire aircraft if you fly them like they are fly-by-wire. Moving on, targeting and spotting. This is a development progress report from Eagle Dynamics. In the last DCS Open Beta update, we added a new target spotting algorithm that allows the rendering of objects to not be affected by the view zoom level and to have a maximum rendering distance based on the object size. Some community members have responded positively to these changes. However, we've also received some critical feedback, especially from VR users. In the most recent DCS 2.9 Open Beta update, we'll be covering that in a moment, we've added a setting toggle to switch this algorithm on or off. If set to off, the rendering is reverted to the previous method. We continue to improve this feature for VR, and we would like to extend our thanks for feedback. Personally, I've actually found it really good. I've been using this feature since it dropped in 2.9, and for me, it's made it much easier to spot targets. And I'm flying in VR. It was always easy enough, as far as I was concerned, to spot targets in VR. I know some people find it difficult. I actually always found it easier to spot targets in VR. I think it was something about being able to kind of shift your head back and forth made it easier to recognize there was an aircraft there. But with this new target spotting mechanism, I think it's even better than it was. Perhaps unrealistic. When I fly in real life, often I'm trying to spot traffic when I'm flying in the circuit or doing an approach to land, and I actually find it quite hard, even when I know where the aircraft should be, because I've had a call from ATC. I have to really focus very hard to pick out an aircraft against the sky. So it probably makes it unrealistically easy, but I'm okay with that, to be honest. Eagle Wings, Tiger Moto, likewise myself. My F-14 is seating in my hangar. Dancer, we all have our hangar queens. There is always room for more. Yeah. Yep. I've got a couple of... Well, luckily, because of the kind of thing I do with this channel and so on, I get an opportunity to fly most of the aircraft I buy. But there's the occasional one that I don't fly as often as I should. Mirage F1 and MB339 being the best examples of that. Griffnizzle, you learn real fast why rudders were still a thing. Oh, yes. Let me see. Yeah, Mr. Yeti, it is easier, but targets are massive blobs. I don't feel like they're massive, but they're probably slightly oversized, yes. Griffnizzle, only problem is it's sort of mid-range LOD change, where the dot goes away and it goes to just a full 3D model. It basically disappears for a few seconds. Yeah. Fighter Jets HQ. Man, wallet is gone due to Virpil pedals, and man, the quality of it is day and night difference. Very much so. I'm also running a set of Virpil pedals, and I'm extremely happy with them. They've been a good upgrade. I was previously using the Cytec combat pedals, which I also thought were very, very good, although of all plastic construction. But these are, of course, a big step up. Leonetzel, later rival. Good evening, all. Welcome. Old squadron leader. Fantastic. SATAC 2023 Tournament. The 51st PVO Regiment proudly announces SATAC 2023. SATAC, or Squadron Air-to-Air Championship, is an annual event for competitive air-to-air sportsmanship that welcomes all squadrons and airframes to participate. The inception of SATAC dates back to 2011, and it offers a highly immersive and realistic online combat environment. The format is designed to promote combat flight simulation skills, like the use of different weapon types, dissimilar air combat training, and the full range of modern DCS aircraft. The sign-up deadline is the 31st of December 2023. Register as a squad, and please cite your squadron name, aircraft selection, and individual pilot call signs. Squadrons are also encouraged to register a GCI officer. We highly recommend having reserves. Stay tuned for more details. Thank you again for your passion and support. Hello, Chandra Hedgevald. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. So yes, that's the newsletter that we got this week, but in other news we also got an open beta update, so I'll jump straight into the changelog for that one. Now, the very first thing they pop at the top of the changelog for this week is the known issues, and that is dedicated server performance. Now, in the VAF, this is certainly something that we have also experienced. It's it's been very, very bad, unfortunately, and we're tending to find that what it appears to be is a memory leak, or at least that's the thing that has most caused us problems. We had a mission, it had about 20 people, so a decent-sized mission, and a lot of ground units. It very quickly grew to consume something like 28 or 29 gigabytes of RAM, which is kind of crazy. I don't think the game in dedicated server mode normally consumes anything like that, and it just about filled up all available RAM. So, yep, crazy stuff. But the thing that they note at the top, we are working hard to locate the cause of the performance issues that are affecting dedicated servers in 2.9. This is our highest priority issue to resolve, and we hope to have more information soon. We would like to thank all server admins who've been helping us debug the issue, and also the closed beta testers and members of the wider community who've joined our open beta debug server. The data we've collected is extremely helpful in tracking down the root cause of this issue. So yes, indeed, it's been very bad. We've had a few sessions that have basically been unplayable with units kind of teleporting all over the screen, and I've had the occasional disconnection and just other weird behavior. So it's sad that it's in this state just now, but I'm fairly confident that ED will have this fixed fairly soon. Orleans Junkie, I have the Cytec old metal pedals with the plastic base for like 14 years. I think I was running mine for at least kind of 10 years or so before they broke. Nice. Orleans Junkie, it does when they've had other memory leaks. Ah, yes. Griffnizzle, dedicated server mode shouldn't be loading graphics. It doesn't make sense for RAM usage to spike that much. Fault River, they also broke the scripting engine, or part of it. Yep, it's all very sad, but I'm sure they are working to fix that now. I wonder if it is with their changes to the track file generation that they've created this issue. I don't know. And so anyway, on to the open beta update. We're now on 2.9.1, build 48111. And we've got a bunch of fixes in DCS World itself. The new models that were added to the game, the B1B, S3B, SA10, and so on, they've all had small updates and improvements. I'm not going to read through all of those, but yeah, there's been a bunch of tweaks here. Weapons RCS values have been changed. Let me see here. Yeah, it looks like they've been significantly reduced, it would seem. Okay, so making these weapons perhaps slightly harder for surface-to-air missile systems to track. AIM 9P3 have been added to some aircraft. Anything else particularly exciting? Yeah, in the FLIR, cannon round impacts and tracers now show as warm. They were previously showing as cold. And some voice chat improvements. So that's all nice to see. In the F-18 Hornet, they now have FLIR textures for the pilot model. So you'll see a toasty pilot in the cockpit. We have visor animations and self-intersections. And then a bunch of fixes, which is good. F-16, there are now masking indications on the TGP, which is really cool. It's nice to have that added bit of realism. And then a bunch of fixes as well. Note, planned for December update, add the HSD freeze functions, TGP control page, and updated laser spot search and track TGP functions. Those are all coming for the F-16 in the next open beta update. We then have a bunch of fixes for the Apache, which is good to see. Hind gets new pilot models, which is good. New pilot animations, new campaign. Adjusted subtitles for debug messages and other bits and bobs. We've got fixes for the A10 and added commands, it would seem. Anything else that's particularly worth calling out? Some fixes for the Jeff, but a couple of known issues as well, which they're currently aware of. We have data link broken or unstable in the Jeff, and GF-17 AIs with WMD-7s cannot fire laser-guided weapons, unfortunately. Seeing an update for the MB339 for the first time in a little while. This is really good to see. Small fixes and then some additional key bindings. That's really good. We also have improvements to the damage model and the flight manual, which is good. Updates for the Christian Eagle 2 for Magnitude 3. That's really cool to see. And then we've got a fairly decent update to the Strike Eagle from Razbam. This is very cool. We've got normal maps and damage textures, some fixes. They've reduced the size of the textures by compressing them. We now have the Smart Weapons page, and it means that we have JDAMs in the jet officially at last. However, note these weapons are still a work in progress. They're not synchronized for multi-crew in this release. And then a bunch of other small fixes. So very, very cool to see. A bunch of IFF fixes for the M2000C. We've got a bunch of updates to the Mirage F1 from Aegis. They're always just pumping out the fixes and changes here. This is really nice to see. Yeah, nothing really worth calling out exactly. Black Shark 3 has its data link fixed. And then we've got some fixes to the different maps, with South Atlantic having quite a lot of improvements here. And then fixes to the campaigns, as always. So, really good. Nice open beta update. Sadly, not including the fixes that we were hoping to see with regards to dedicated server. But, Eagle do say that we should expect that to come later. So, hopefully we'll see all of that soon. Just going to check on chat, see what you're all up to. Mr. Yeti, I do like the new voice chat. I was on the other night, and one person on the squadron was sitting with his canopy open next to an F-15, and I could hear the F-15 on his radio. Pretty cool. Actually, there's an ambient sound feature added in the latest version of SRS. I'm yet to test it. I guess the SRS developer decided that it was time to implement that feature now that DCS has it in its own voice chat. So that's really cool. I'll need to test that soon. I also need to test the built-in DCS voice chat as well and see what I think of that. Pink Floyd. Love those new JDAMs on the F-15E. Now the plane feels like a precision striker. Kevin Strover. Hello, Deepak. Welcome to the stream. Woohoo! Welcome. Hello, person of YouTube. Griff Nizzle, an early 2024 AB prediction. Going to be that time. Chinook flying seems obvious. Maybe an in-game Hellcat appearance. Any best on the Stinger at the end? I have no idea. What I'm expecting next, to be honest, is I think the Phantom will drop maybe before Christmas, maybe. And we've still had the promise or the suggestion that the Kiowa Warrior is coming before the end of 2023. So Phantom and Kiowa are the two that I would expect to see next. Very, very excited for both of those. Chinook, I would expect, is way away, because we've only just barely seen stuff about that now. Pink Floyd, check out the humour in the SA map update. RB was having some fun. Oh dear, I hate to think what they consider to be fun. Especially in the South Atlantic map. I hope they're not upsetting anybody. Griff Nizzle, bets. Yeah, Tiger Moto saying the same as me. Echo, SRS ambient sounds aren't quite as nice, in my humble opinion. Oh well, that's sad. Although it's the first iteration on it, maybe they'll get better. But I would like to try them out myself. Oh, the 2024 and beyond video. Yes, really looking forward to that. Yes, yeah. Looking forward to that. I guess that's usually turning up in the period between Christmas and New Year, right? I guess we'll see. But that's always well worth it. Moving on, we got a video from Matt Wagner. Nice update on the Apache, a new feature called Fire Zones for the data link. This is apparently a feature that's kind of used a lot in the real helicopter. You can basically define areas where you would like particular helicopters to operate as like kind of boxes or zones, and you can also create zones of no fire as well, where you want people to avoid shooting, which is a nice feature. And another really nice addition to the data link. Hopefully we're getting that longbow radar soon, looking at the death donut on the top of the helicopter there. I'll just bump this one forwards a little bit when we get to the point where he starts demonstrating these zones. In the first bit, he just demonstrates the setup as always, who is attached to what radio and what data link and so on. Daddy wags. Ooh. Tiger Moto, for the video, it'll be Eurofighter and Chinook for sure. Hercules and Tornado too, probably. I would love to see all of those. If those aircraft are present in the video, I will be very excited. Only Napalm, F4U Corsair might be coming soon. 2 weeks, maybe. Griff Nizzle, don't tease with the Tonka. Welcome to the stream, Mark S. Welcome. So, let's have a little look here. He's demonstrating how to create the fire zones here. He talks quite a bit about what the different creation modes do. Let's just fast forward it to the bit where he does, in fact, create some. Everybody should check out this video, by the way. It's on Matt Wagner's YouTube channel. He always has really nice videos demonstrating features just before they drop. I would assume this is coming to us in the December update, unless we're told otherwise. So you see here, he dumps down to fire zones based on his zone number toggle on the left-hand side. And you can then actually assign these to people as well, which is kind of cool. Actually, if I jump forwards a little bit, we might get to the part where he does indeed do that. Yep, here we go. So yeah, he's set zone number 1 as his own zone, and I guess if he cycles to zone 3... assign it to Chaos 2. Go on, you want to. Yeah, press Chaos 2. Nice, there you go. So he's now created his zones where he will operate and where his wingman will operate as well, and he's transmitted that. Pedro, Apache 80% complete, question mark. I don't know. The FCR is probably a pretty big feature. I don't know if we have all the data link features yet either, because the Apache has an immense number of data link features. So maybe 70%, maybe 80%, I don't know. The fire control radar is a pretty massive feature for this version of the helicopter, though. Griffin Izzle, yep, still no FCR. This is really what we're all waiting for now. We want to see that FCR. But I can imagine it's quite a bit of work for Eagle Dynamics to implement that. Only Napalm, F4U in Korea map from Top Gun to Devotion. Nice. So anyway, he also demonstrates here the creation of no-fire zones as well. These are, of course, very, very handy, and these can also be transmitted to your wingmen so that you're all operating from the same list of zones. So, that's pretty much it for this particular video. A really nice overview of the feature, and as I understand it, coming very soon. Yes, indeed. Whoop, there we go. So, what are chat talking about? Griffnizzle, legit Korea map would be fire, especially if they did the Marianas approach and did 2 versions, modern and historical. Indeed, indeed. Eagle Wings, the AH-64 is really getting thick in systems implementation. This is going to become, actually, maybe a problem, because I can imagine people wanting to learn to fly the Apache are going to find it really, really hard, because it has an immense amount of systems complication. I can kind of imagine the Strike Eagle going the same way as more and more of the features are implemented, because the Strike Eagle is also massively complex. Mr. Yeti, so what will the FCR do? Well, the FCR is a millimeter wave radar which is capable of tracking like vehicles kind of in the field. It's very, very good at kind of basically picking out metal objects. So you can detect the presence of enemy vehicles even if they're in forests and things like that. It is also very, very good at picking up moving vehicles. It's quite good at detecting moving targets. It has ground moving target track, much like the Hornet and other aircraft do, and so you can follow a target very nicely. It has integration with the oh man, I can't remember what it's called now. Well, the forward-looking infrared, basically. So if you've locked something up with the radar, you can cue the camera to look at the same thing. You have the ability to then transmit those targets over the data link, and I think you have the ability to see what your wingmen are kind of locking with their radars as well. So it's a very, very complex sensor, and it's capable of a lot. And it's very, very high accuracy radar. It's very, very nice indeed. Pink Floyd, learning the Apache is beyond my grasp, but still fun to fart around in. Yeah, the avionics are very, very complex. It does a lot. Griffnizzle had me at Death Donut. It's very cool, and I'm very much looking forward to it being fully implemented. But yeah, as we've said, Eagle are making really good progress towards it, so it's looking pretty damn good. That is in fact all the news that we have for this week. It's a slightly quieter news week. Who knows though, maybe more stuff is on the horizon, more exciting things. Hopefully Eagle Dynamics get the multiplayer lag problems all sorted out. That would be very nice indeed. Yeah, so before I jump into pimping the VAF, I just want to say, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and comment. It's a really big help to me and the channel. And if you'd like to further support the channel, you have the option of joining DeepHack's ground crew by clicking the join button below for a small monthly fee. I really appreciate those of you who have done so already. I'll do a big shout out to everybody who is in the ground crew at the end of the video. So, VAF, or the Virtual Air Force. Originally a virtual online squadron started by myself and dotChuckles many moons ago. It's been going from strength to strength. We do a regular flying session every Tuesday and Thursday. Currently we're doing training sessions because the multiplayer missions are just not working very well. That's at 8 PM UK time. You have the option of joining our Mixed Aircraft Fixed Wing Squadron or our Mixed Aircraft Helicopter Squadron. Alternatively, we have dedicated squadrons for the Harrier, the F-16, the F-18 and the F-15. So go ahead, click on that Discord link in the chat right now. Alternatively, click the Discord link in the show notes below if you're watching after the fact. Everybody's welcome, whether you fly with us or not, and there's a whole variety of chat topics going on in the Discord. It's a lot of fun. Actually, I always really enjoy flying with the VAF. There's a lot of great people. Mr. Yeti, are you able to update us on your Harrier tutorial videos? Yes, indeed. This has been almost done for quite some time now. I've been having a hard time ensuring that everything that I say in the video is absolutely accurate, because I tend to work without a script. So each time I do a version of the video, the subject matter experts at Razbam then review it, and then they find something that I've said wrong, basically, and I need to then re-record it. I'm very, very close, though, to being done with that. I'm actually on vacation right now, so I will probably record a version of that video and release it in the next few days. So get ready for that next week. I hope to have that up. Frantic Stone, when are you live streaming Tarkov? Yes, I created a separate channel called Deep Hack Plays. Check it out. I did actually make a YouTube post about it not that long ago. That's where all my other game playing is now. I'm dedicating this channel just to DCS stuff. So jump over there if you want to see me streaming some Tarkov. I will probably also stream that next week. Griff Nizzle, good times as always. Don't forget to throw dotChuck some beef jerky or whatever you feed him in the basement. Spam, 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 spam. Yes, indeed. But yes, that's basically everything that we have for this week. I've been DeepHack. I do a new tutorial video every Saturday at 6:30 PM UK time. I'm currently doing a series on the Viggen. We just had the rockets video tonight, and I'm going to move on to having general purpose dumb bombs next week. That's always followed by the DCS news, which just happens to be this thing, what you're watching right now. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please subscribe, like, and comment, as I always say. You also have the option of joining DeepHack's ground crew, as I already mentioned. I really appreciate those of you who've already done so. It's such a big help to me and to the channel. It's great having your support. Big shout out to Springer11, Sebastian Romano, Isaid Pierre, Plucky Underdog, Schmo78, Tog, Sandbox Code, Nero, Tea Kettle Barbecue, Alex, Mr. Craptacular, Frantic Stone, John Blur, Charts, Sean IM81, Tiger Moto, Tier Zero, Bread, Mr. Yeti, Griff Nizzle, Chandler Hedgevald, JR Walker, Mangash, Channel Right, Storm Kimbari, Byron Farrow, Harish Rajan, and Pink Floyd. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ta!